Tyler Bozak of the Toronto Maple Leafs and Max Pacioretty of the Montreal Canadiens join the president of the UFC, Dana White, center, Georges St-Pierre, left, and UFC middleweight champion Michael Bisping, right, for the ceremonial puck drop at the Bell Center on Saturday, October 14, 2017. Minas Panagiotakis. Getty Images. A pep talk from UFC star Georges St-Pierre wasn't enough to get the Canadiens back on the winning track Saturday night, but it came close. The Canadiens lost their fourth straight game, dropping a 43 overtime decision to the Toronto Maple Leafs at the Bell Center, but at least they did pick up a loser point. And at least they scored 3 goals, after scoring only 4 times in their first 4 games. Defenseman Jeff Petry scored his first goal since last December 23, while Alex Galchenyuk scored his first of the season and Jonathan Drouin scored for the first time as a Canadian. The Canadiens, who have a 131 record, flew to California Sunday for a 3-game road trip with stops in San Jose Tuesday, Los Angeles Wednesday and Anaheim Friday. On Saturday night, UFC boss Dana White performed the ceremonial opening face-off along with St-Pierre and middleweight champ Michael Bisping. St-Pierre will return to the octagon for the first time since 2013 when he fights Bisping at UFC 217 on November 4 at New York's Madison Square Garden. Dana White, president of the UFC, stands between Georges St-Pierre and defending middleweight UFC champion Michael Bisping during pre-game ceremonies at the Bell Center in Montreal on Saturday, October 14, 2017. Minas Panagiotakis. Getty Images. Before the game, St-Pierre went into the Canadiens' locker room to try to fire up the players. "All right, I'm here to make you a little pep talk," said St-Pierre, who was videotaped for the Canadiens' website. "I know it didn't start well for you guys, and I will tell you the same thing that I tell myself before a big fight. All right, sometimes the stress takes over, the pressure, the fans, the expectations and everything. We feel like claustrophobic, you know. One thing you need to remember, basically when you start playing hockey it's because you loved it. You start playing hockey, you love it, but now the stress, it became a business and all the critics and everything. It became like business became hard. And sometimes, we remember the basic. The basic is you do that because you love it. So tonight what I can tell you, I'm not a hockey player, but as an athlete, just go out there, forget the pressure, forget all the outside things that you don't control. The fans, the critics, whatever. Just focus on what you need to do and remember that you do this because you love that, and you're blessed. When you were young you were dreaming of sitting here and now you sit here. So be happy and enjoy the moment. A lot of kids they would wish to be in your shoes and your skates tonight, but it's you that does it. All right, so go out there, have fun and kick some ass." As St-Pierre left the room, he stopped beside Carey Price and said, "Good luck, man." Unfortunately for the Canadiens, their goaltender had some bad luck Saturday night, catching his skate in a rut and falling on one of the Leafs' goals and eventually giving up 4 goals on 22 shots, including the winner in OT by Austin Matthews. Price now has a 3.45 goals against average and .885 save percentage. Price shouldered the blame for the loss, saying, "We played very well and, unfortunately, I didn't have my best game of the year. I think if I would have played better we'd be looking at this a different way." Price was asked if it was a good time for the Canadiens to be heading out on a team-bonding road trip. "It's always fun to go to California," the always calm goalie said with a smile. "We're about to find out just how much fun, or not, it will be for the struggling Canadiens." Scowen at postmedia.com. Twitter.com/Stuckhowen1